Hi everyone. I was going to go live. Said that the other night, but uh, I can't even with this. All right. So listen. First of all, Marion is not home yet. She's very upset. I know that Jay is live, and I know people are sending her super chats for I don't know to split with Marianne, but Marianne's not even here. Um, Listen, this is not about super chats. This is about the fact that uh, Marianne was able to obtain her recording. Okay. They were played. I don't know if all you guys heard it. I can always play it again. But Oney, you've been caught. So now it makes me wonder if a call was also made to Makeup Mobster. Unfortunately, Makeup Mobster's state, which is New York, doesn't allow you to get the recording without a subpoena. But at this point, I wish that Makeup Mobster would get it. Makeup Mobster, I wish you would get that call. If you need help getting an attorney, whatever, people can help you do that. Um, don't we don't say that word in here. Oh my God. Do we have any mods in here? Okay. So we have the call. We have both calls. Of course, the one to Jay and Jay for Justice, and the one for Marianne. It's the exact person. It is Oney. Okay. So we need Makeup Mobster to get her call. This is not just something about one community. This is about all communities. These cop calls are getting ridiculous. This guy is going to need, in my opinion, a very good defense attorney. And that's going to cost him a lot of money. I wish he had thought of that before he made these phone calls. Um, I can't see him. I only see where you blocked him. I don't know. That is weird. I'm wondering if she goes to her police now and explains. I no, it's she still needs a subpoena. Still needs a subpoena unless a case is made and you know, they need to unless there's a case and they can, say, okay, so we have this person who's making fake calls saying that children are in trouble, in danger, blah blah blah. Then there's nothing that she can do. She definitely needs to have the subpoena. What did he call the police on them for? A SWAT call? Yes, Jennifer. I don't know if you ever heard the recordings, but I have both of them. And the reason that Marianne was able, Danielle, what name can't we say? What do you mean? What does that mean? What name can't we say? I heard from Oney today and wanted to send you what he sent me, but I don't know how to get your email. Does anybody have my email? I'll put it in. Hold on. I also heard that he contacted Pookie T. I don't know why. Pookie T came up on my panel the other day. Um, yeah, I'll play the call. Thank you. Thank you, Next. There's my email. Thank you, Next. Just put it in there if you want to contact me. Um, I'm just shocked. I think people kind of figured um, a racial slur. The troll used a racial slur. Apparently, I think you're fine. I didn't think you used a. Yeah, no racial slurs in here. That's why he was removed, or they were removed. I think people had, after the call came out that it was Oni and that he admitted to making the call on himself. I think people then started thinking, could it be, um, him that made the other calls? Well, now we have proof that he made a second call to Marianne. Okay, Joanne. All right. So Marianne, hello, Starlight, was able to obtain her call from her police department, and the recording was played side by side with the call that he made on himself. So I have the recording. It was played on Marianne's. It was probably played on Jay's, but I can definitely play it if everyone wants to hear it. There's absolutely no doubt, 100%, that it's him. Okay, he's still not admitting to the fact that when he called on himself, that he used Jay for Justice's name, although we all heard that. Um, I don't know. I just don't know what to say. But I think everybody needs to know this is something that's going to be serious for him. He's going to have to hire an attorney. He's definitely going to hire a defense attorney. His calls were scary calls. They were not calls of concern because no one was in danger. These were calls that were made, and I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know if there was anybody else that might have been behind it or knew about it. The only way we'll know that is if he decides to roll over on people, which is something I don't know yet, Melanie, if she has or not. I don't know. She can't file charges on him. The prosecutor would have to, the prosecutor would have to press charges. She can't press charges on him. Yeah, there were spiteful calls made to cause damage. They weren't real calls. They were Marianne's children were not in danger, and he wasn't in danger. He called on himself because he said he wanted the police to take him more seriously. I don't know what that means. Laura, we don't know who's behind anything at this point. Like I said, knowing Oney from the way he lies, and the fact that he could be facing some charges, he might roll on people. There could be people he's going to roll on. We don't know. But he's going to need a defense attorney if this becomes a federal case. He's definitely going to need an attorney. And if he's been, not giving people their donations, there are women that came up here and said there were donations that were supposed to go to him. Where is he going to get the money? You need to, if you retain a defense attorney, it's probably going to cost you over $10,000 just to retain one. But again, I'm not a lawyer. I do know that they are not involved at all. I didn't say that they were. I'm saying that what I'm saying is that there's obviously someone who knew. I think someone knew. And the only way we'll know that is if he gets scared. Dark Joker, probably, I would say so. I don't know, maybe not. So now, like I said, I wish that Makeup Mobster would get her call. All right, I'm going to just quickly play the call. So give me a second and listen closely, all right? Let me find it. Hold on a second. All right. So the first call is going to be the one that he made to himself to have the police called on him, where he used Jay for Justice's name, and then the next call is going to be the one to Marianne's. Okay.
Lives up there in Michigan is having some, I think, emotional issues, and they're fighting with their partner, and I believe they're hurting the animal. Are they currently in a domestic situation right now where they're arguing with their partner? Yes, and it's either very heated, and I'm very worried about that. I was going to get violent. Yes. And you think they're hurting their animals? What do they do exactly? I could hear the dog barking. I don't know. It sounded like one of the wheels on like a little truck engine. It sounded like. Did you hear that? Did you hear they got physical? Did you hear things being thrown around, or what did you hear exactly? Yeah, I could hear things breaking and screaming and hollering. And it sounded like physical. The punches were being.
I can't turn it up. That's the way it's coming through.
Yes, I'm trying to get a deal with someone. To help my friend. She's suicidal right now. I'm sorry, what? I'm trying to get a hold of somebody to help my friend. She's suicidal right now. She's suicidal right now? Yeah, and she has children in her home. She's got a gun. And I've read the word about it. What's the address? She's on. Okay, it is. Yes. What's your friend's name? Her name is Marianne. Marianne what? Okay, and what is she telling you? I could hear there's a commotion on the phone, and her babies are screaming, and someone needs to get there and help her right away. Okay, so what makes you think she's suicidal? She was threatening suicide earlier, and I just think that there's something bad going on. What was she threatening to do earlier? She was threatening to shoot herself and hurt her kids. When did you talk to her and you heard all the screaming? About 20 minutes ago. We're going to check it out, okay? Do you know about how old she is? 35, 36. Okay, and you said she was threatening to shoot herself? And her children. And her children. How many children? 3. 30 children? Do you know how old they are? They're young. 3. I think 1 is 6. Maybe 9. Okay. What's your name? We're going to go over there and check on her. I was trying to confirm you. Yes. Can I keep my name anonymous? Could I visit a water? Oh, absolutely. Does she live there alone? Yes. Do you know if she has any weapons? I believe she has one. Okay. All right. We're going to go check on her. Do you want an officer to call you afterwards? Yes, please. Okay. We're going to call you afterwards. It may be from a block number, so be sure to answer. Can you tell me your phone number? Okay. Sure. I'm sorry, one more time. What is your phone number? Just confirm it for me. Sure, 213-3528. We're going to go check on Marianne, okay? Thank you. No problem. We'll call you back.
Okay. I just want to answer Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots, I never said anything about Barbie or Kim. Are you kidding me? I never said anything. Where did I say that? All I said was if there were people behind it or knew about it, he'll probably roll over on them. I never said their names. I never said their names. Laura put their names into the chat. I never said their name. All I said was if there are people that knew about the call, he will roll on them. There's a big difference. Okay, so did everybody hear that? I know the first call was low, but that's the way it came through. On the first call, it was very low. But we already heard the first call. It was the second call that was important. That was definitely Oney's voice, using the same accent, the same enunciation of his words with that fake accent. 100%. Yes, Laura, 100% Oney. No doubt in my mind. So there's two calls now, one on himself using J for Justice's name, now one to Marianne. Did you hear what he said to the police about Marianne? So now God only knows if he did make the call to Makeup Mobster what he said there. I'd love to hear that call. Where is Makeup Mobster? Will the prosecutor start the case, or will we need to get a legal fund together for Marianne and Mandy? No, this is a criminal. I want his mugshot picture as my thumbnail. John. John. Okay, text her, Remy, and see if she'll come over here. No, they can't. There's nothing that a lawyer could do for them. He's going to need a lawyer, and it will be the prosecutor that has to press charges. The DA's office will have to press charges. That doesn't cost anything. He'll need the money. He'll need a fund if they decide to prosecute. That's right. The state prosecutes. But I think that Makeup Mobster still is going to need an attorney. It would help if she just got the call and then has the call. We find out if it's him, and then we have 3 calls that he's made. And 2, well, one he made on himself, and he made that one a real easy call because he didn't want, police knocking down the door because somebody was suicidal or had children or blah, blah, blah. So, okay, Pookie T. So it would be nice to hear what he said to the police regarding Makeup Mobster. The only thing that we heard was the dispatch call. That was all she was able to get. Yeah, he is looking at 4 states. And yeah, Mandy. Yeah, he also called on Mandy. I forgot about that. And we didn't find out about that for quite a long time. Voice recordings are inadmissible. Well, here's the thing. If the police listen to it, if the prosecutor listens to it, then that's where they come in and they say, okay, here's my voice specialist. They bring him in. I don't know how it works, but I'm pretty sure they have all that stuff covered. They know what they're doing. There's recordings of him on D Live, recordings of him on YouTube, which they can get even if they're deleted. There's and they have his actual voice. So I don't know I don't even know what to say. I could not believe when I heard Marianne's call. I couldn't believe it. I mean, really, Oney. God, own up to it. I would just own up to it. I would own up to any other calls that you possibly made. You called on Makeup Mobster. Just own up to it. Because with that one, I am pretty certain he said that there was a gun there, right? If I'm recalling correctly. Didn't he say there was a gun? And there was a domestic thing going on, and there was a kid there, and that she was fighting with her husband. I was on that panel that night when that happened. It was right after my live stream. We all went over to her panel, and then within, I don't know, less than 20 minutes, the police were at her door. Can you play the recording again? Yes. The first part's going to be very low, and I can't make it any higher because I'm playing it off of Marianne's live stream. But, the second one you can hear a lot better. Yeah, I'm going to play it again.
Friends lives up there in Michigan is having some, I think, emotional issues. They're fighting with their partner, and I believe they're hurting an animal. Are they currently in a domestic situation right now where they're arguing with their partner? Yes, and it sounded very heated, and I'm very worried about that. I just get big violence. Yes. And you think they're hurting their animal? What are they doing exactly? I could hear the dog barking, and I don't know. It sounded like one of the wheels, like it was her engine. It sounded like. Did you hear that? Did you see that it got physical? Did you hear things being thrown around, or what did you hear exactly? Yeah, I could hear things breaking and screaming and hollering. And it sounded like physical. The punches were being pushed, and I'm just really concerned. I'm trying to get a good feeling. To help my friend get suicidal right now. I'm sorry, what? I'm trying to get a hold of somebody to help my friend get suicidal right now. She's suicidal right now? Yeah, and she has children at her home. She's got a gun, and I'd rather worry about it. What's the address? She's on. Okay, it is. Yeah. What's your friend's name? Her name is Marianne. Marianne what? Okay, and what is she telling you? I could hear there was a commotion on the phone, and her babies are screaming, and someone needs to get there and help her right away. Okay, so what makes you think she's suicidal? She was threatening suicide earlier, and I just think that there's something bad going on. What was she threatening to do earlier? She was threatening to shoot herself and hurt her kids. When did you talk to her and you heard all the screaming? About 20 minutes ago. We're gonna check it out, okay? Do you know about how old she is? 35, 36. Okay, and you said she was threatening to shoot herself? And her children. And her children. How many children? 3. 3 children? Do you know how old they are? They're young. 3. I just want to see it. Maybe 9. Okay. What's your name? We're gonna go over there and check on her. I was trying to confirm you. Yes. Could I keep my name anonymous? Could I visit a water? Oh, absolutely. Does she live there alone? Yes. Do you know if she has any weapons? Yes. Okay. All right. We're gonna go check on her. Do you want an officer to call you afterwards? Yes, please. Okay, we're gonna call you afterwards. It may be from a block number, so be sure to answer. Can you tell me your phone number? Okay. Sure. I'm sorry, your phone number, just confirm it for me. Sure, 213-352. We're gonna go check on Marianne, okay? No problem. We'll call you back.
Okay. I know it was low, but that's the way it sounded on Marianne's. I'm just picking it up from Marianne's premiere that she did. But we've already heard the call on Jay's channel and on mine of him calling on himself. So that's the one that was really low. But I hope you were able to hear the second call, which was called to Marianne's. I mean, yeah, and John said exactly that could have gotten her killed.
Yeah.
John, if you want to come up here, take a link. John wants his mugshot. Yeah, that call could have gotten her killed. Now, the one I know to Makeup Mobster, they said, Stephanie, if you want to come up too, you can. The one to Makeup Mobster said she had a gun. There was a domestic thing going on, and there was a kid there. So, boom, another bad situation. I mean, really. So, again, I don't know. I just have a feeling that if he made the call to Marianne, I can't say for sure that he did it to Makeup Mobster, but why is it all the same people, the people in the same little community?
Yep. I'm willing to bet a year's salary that he did it to MM too.
I don't know what that clicking noise is. Are you clicking something?
No.
All right. Let me read. Somebody sent me an email. I need to read it. Hold on one second. Okay, so all right. Erin sent me an email. This came from Oney today in response to my message to him. According to him, he is doing just fine. And after all these investigations, everything will be clear. But I did not mention that he scammed Brittany Shank's mom specifically. credit their account in my candle business. I have no clue what you're talking about. And that doesn't even, hold on. Hold on. I got somebody else here. Okay, hold on. I'm reading. So hold on. I have no clue what you're talking about, and that doesn't even make sense. The only links that were ever shared were provided by Brittany's mother. I've never set up a GoFundMe in anyone's name. I encourage that all those be investigated, and when the truth comes out and unfolds, I know it's not any of those people's character to apologize. I am not a victim. I'm just not feeding into the lies and deception. You should know as well. I do that. I do that. I know that the mob mentality is something I've never and will never entertain. You have based your opinion on half truths, and that is fine, but don't come at me like you know what's going on and try to shame me. I know who I am, I know what the truth is, and nobody will take that from me. Certainly not you. So this was in response to, a message, and he's doing just fine. And he said, all of these investigations, everything will be clear. So you're saying that you're going to be clear from calling the police on yourself. You admitted it. And now this call. I don't understand. All right.
Did Mandy get the voice recording of her call?
Huh?
Did Mandy get the voice recording of her call?
I don't know.
That's what we need.
Well, she should be able to get it. Marianne filled out a form online. I don't know, only a couple of days ago, and got it. Even though there was an open case, she was able to do it online, and she got it. So there's other messages here from me. This is what was sent to me. Okay, Oney contacted me today. Let me see what this says. Apparently, it's being said that I scammed you somehow. I helped you when nobody would. You played me for a fool, so I tried to help you, and that you claim that I took money. I sent you money. I find it ridiculous you would even suggest that. Kim called while I was live, and I gave her the link to your PayPal, and she said it didn't work. Oh, this is Pookie. That was the old your PayPal isn't working nonsense. Everybody's PayPal works. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. I'm sorry, but that's what Pookie came up here and said the other day, that supposedly when he was trying to utilize her PayPal, it just didn't work. Everybody's PayPal works.
Diane,
Yes.
that's a true story. I spoke to Kim about that the other morning.
What's a true
Everything
story?
Pookie said is true.
Oh, I believe her. She came
Kim
up
had
on here and
given
told it. I believe her.
Kim had given Pookie
$100.
money.
Yeah,
And she was sending her $100, and
know.
she found out a long time later that it never got to her.
Yep.
Kim
I
said,
think Barbie sent 100 too.
Yeah.
That was $200 she never got, because he made up this big fabulous story that her PayPal link wasn't working, so the money went to him, and she never got it. So there you go. I mean, this guy is like a scam artist to the 10th degree, and now this. I don't even know what to say.
I don't know.
I don't know. One point, I have no idea why he did this. I know why he did it. Made a phone call to the police on himself and used his friend's name as the caller, because he told us, he said, I want the police to take me serious. Okay, here's the link. He wants the police to take him serious because he was afraid of having, police show up at his house. So he figured if he had the police show up at his house, he would be taken more seriously. Therefore, any other calls were ever made. And I don't know. I mean, did he think that he was he in some kind of shit or something that he thought, was he really being harassed and bullied? Because that's what he said. He said he was being harassed and bullied and in fear of a SWAT team coming in at him. Did anybody ever know of that?
No.
I mean, Alicia, you talked to him. I mean, why was he so afraid?
he wasn't scared of anybody. What's that sound? Is that music?
No,
I'm going to lower it.
There's something in the
That's
background.
Laura. So no, he wasn't scared of anyone, but I mean, I do know for a fact, okay, that Barbie was upset with Marianne and Makeup Mobster. I was upset with Marianne and had words with Makeup Mobster, but her and I had talked and we were all right. We were clear. Okay. And then the next week she was swatted. And then Marissa had issues with both of them. So everybody in our circle had issues with both of them. So no one can point the fingers at Marissa only because everybody did. Just like Jay had an issue with Mandy Bell, and then he just calls the cops on her and tells fucking Jay after.
Exactly.
Okay?
He made all these calls. I said it from the get-go. I guarantee you, Laura, he called on you too.
I'm
If I
leaning on that too. I'm leaning on that too. And I don't
mean-
want, Alicia, I'm not trying to fight with you on this.
No.
I got to solve it like a crime. There's
Well,
only
don't
one.
blame
You have to use your common sense. I
Everybody.
mean, at this point.
There's
You
only
really
one
do.
common link to everybody and the
Absolutely.
whole situation. And I'm sorry if nobody wants to say it, I will say it. There is only one person that is commonly linked to all the hate. There's only one person that's commonly linked to that's very close with Oney. There's only one person that Oney would do this for that would even want it done or knew about it. I'm not saying she knew ahead of time.
I'm
And
not sure that anybody knew ahead of time.
Yeah.
I think the only reason he told me after was because he really thought he could trust me. I don't think he would trust anybody else with that info.
you don't think he would trust Marissa?
No.
No,
Not
because she
enough
goes
to
live and she
fucking
has like diarrhea of the mouth, man. Like
Right.
he's not stupid. He's ignorant, but he's
Okay.
not stupid.
So Jay, he just happened to call all the people that she has a problem with, but she
Well, that's
wouldn't
what he
know.
did to me. The one person that was coming at me was Mandy, and he went after her.
Okay.
So if these people were coming at her, I could see him doing the same thing. Look, it worked for Mandy, right?
But was Mandy called before?
Mandy was the first caller.
She was the first call back in January, like
Yeah.
January 30th.
Yeah.
He did tell me, but you know, some people are saying in chat, but he told you, Jay. The only reason he told me was because he knows me. He knows that I would keep his secret.
You
he
don't
knows
have a
that.
big mouth. Marissa does.
No, right. I mean, he wouldn't trust her with that.
And I have a big mouth. I'm
Because
not-
trust me, he's more worried in saving his own ass than anybody else when it comes down to it.
So
Right.
you think he just happened to go after all of Marissa's haters, but yet Marissa knew nothing? Come on, Jay, you're smarter than this.
Are you trying to insinuate that?
I don't know if she knew or not, Laura. I wish that I could say that I knew she did. I don't
Well,
know.
none
I
of
don't
us know for sure.
I mean,
Well,
I don't
then-
I don't know. I mean, I hate to say she knew because even if she knew, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. He was the one that physically did it. He's the one that
Absolutely.
physically said she was going to shoot her children. Who says something like that?
I agree.
Someone who says something like that needs to be behind bars. And I don't know what they said about you to get CPS out there. Like, what were your
Oh, I
accusations?
heard everything. You name
Was
it.
there
They
anything
said.
about you being suicidal? Was
Uh-uh.
no, nothing like that.
No.
So he changed up his game.
If it was him.
I feel like it was. I would put money on it at this point. I would definitely put money on it.
Same. I put some money.
Does anyone talk to Mandy Bell? Did she ever get the call? Because she lives in Texas, all she needs to do is fill out the same form that Marianne did. Why doesn't Mandy Bell get the call?
I have the dispatch audio from Mandy's call.
You do?
She sent it to me, and I was going to play it tonight. I'm going live later on tonight. I just have the dispatch call. I don't have the actual person.
You don't have the
calling.
voice? Oh.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, but Mandy can get it. Why doesn't she get it? All she needs to do is fill out the form.
She may have it. I don't know. I've never heard it.
Well, Mandy Bell, if you're around and you have that call, and it matches Tony's voice, I think
Oh,
it's
she said the non-emergency line is not recorded, so she can't get her call. So she did get the dispatch audio, and that was all she was able to get.
the non-emergency. They don't. Yeah, they record that.
See,
Everything.
my
I'm just telling you what she
question-
told me.
That's
My
not-
question for Mandy is why the fuck did you lie to everybody about Marianne's call? Because she told everybody that she heard it and it was me with a voice changer. Marianne said the same thing, that it was me with a voice changer, or potty mouth, or science girl. That doesn't sound like any of us. But Mandy ran around telling everybody, oh, she heard Marianne's call. You
Oh,
did not hear Marianne's call before. If you did, you would know that wasn't any of us that were blamed.
Yeah, the call to himself was a non-emergency number.
No.
They recorded it.
No, I'm
Mine
talking.
was, the one
Marianne's
when he
call.
called on
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Non-emergency were recorded as well.
let me tell you something.
Maybe not in her. Oh, they're in the same state.
If I hear that anyone was involved in this besides Oney, and they knew about it, and watched me get blamed for 6 months, only from a Louisiana fucking number, you're gonna see the worst of everything come
That's
out.
right. It was Louisiana number, everything. Why would Oney try to set up? Why would Oney try to set up Alicia as
No.
with the Louisiana number?
I have no idea. Why would he try to set me up?
Yep, I'm gonna
'Cause
drag.
you guys were friends.
But why would you set up a friend?
Oh, I agree.
Wouldn't it
with
make
you.
more? I mean, wouldn't it make more sense to set up someone you don't know as well? Why would you?
Absolutely.
Why would you set up a friend?
That's what
You
he
know?
did. He said, because if I was gonna do something shady like that, certainly would fucking block my number. I wouldn't be stupid enough to deliver my number. Use a
Well-
fucking Louisiana number deliberately. So if someone else in our circle was involved, Laura, I'm gonna own them. I'm gonna own their head on a plate. Okay?
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
why would Oney use a Louisiana number?
Because he did not like me. That's what Kim told me. Kim told me this. He hated me.
Yeah, but he didn't hate you back then.
Yes, he never trusted me. He did not like me. Kim told me this.
All right.
Both calls came from Louisiana numbers.
And then my call came from a Georgia number. So he's got some kind of motive. And, science girl, I hope you don't find out what I think you're going to find out. 'Cause
Thank
it's
you.
not going to be good.
Thank you.
Don't tell me
This
that.
shit's about to get blown right open, I think.
Well, no, I am not going to insinuate anything because I don't, but if I find out that I'm serious, it's all hell gonna break loose.
Didn't he have a problem with you back then? Didn't you find out that he didn't even like you?
Yeah.
Then?
He did not like me.
Oh, okay. Well, you know why he did it then? Because he didn't like you. So he said, fuck it, I'll frame her.
But why wouldn't he try to blame me?
Because y'all were all, I think, chilling at that time.
But Oney didn't
you,
like me
you had
either.
become friends and all that was going on. Yep.
But you and Oney were still good friends, Jay. Oney
know.
hated me at that point. Didn't understand why anyone was even talking to me.
Yeah, he didn't
Where
like,
Alicia was always friends with them. That's why I don't understand why he wouldn't set me up.
but he would
and
not
Alicia-
include me in on calls, Laura, or group text. He didn't include me in on a lot.
Yeah, he didn't include me in on a lot either, Alicia. And I think that because he knows that you and I would pick up on his bullshit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He also knew I was seeing someone in the legal field too. Like I guess he didn't want
He
to.
knows you're not stupid.
Right. Right. So I mean, it's crazy to hear that, and that's what bothers me because I don't want to point the finger at anyone, but I know I want to find out if someone else is involved. Trust me, I want to. I want to know who my real friends are because whoever was involved with him knew the whole time he did it and let me get blamed. I left YouTube for that reason. I want to go to his house and sucker punch him in the fucking fat face. That's what I want to do right now because of this.
Jay, let me ask you a question. Since you've gotten all this information, have you spoken, with the police and how they can go about? I mean, is there anything that they're going to do with this call?
I'm still working on that. It's a really slow process, Diane. Especially, I mean, there's no cybercrime unit. This is a small community where
Right.
he lives. So it's been challenging, but I'm not giving up and I won't give up until something happens because he has to be made. He has to be an example for what is not going to be tolerated because it's bullshit.
Okay, but now that there's another call,
Yeah, I think this is going to help both Marianne and Makeup Mobster. Hopefully, it'll help Leanna get her call. You know, I mean, the two people are identical. You can tell it's the same person.
Yeah, I agree.
So hopefully, with me getting my initial audio, now Marianne, hopefully it's going to be like a domino effect. I don't know how CPS works, Laura, but hopefully you could get some answers as well.
I can only hope.
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I mean, I think that Mandy Bell should try to get her call as well.
She can't. They just said she can't.
Huh?
She said she can't. It's not recorded. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be an FBI issue. I really don't think this is going to be a local PD issue.
I got my friend on the phone, the guy I'm dating. He's a cop. He's a detective. He said, call the FBI. FBI's got to get involved, not cops. He was on my live last night. Get the FBI involved. The FBI needs to know that this ignorant bastard is swatting people for kicks and calling CPS and just setting people up and frauding people online with fundraisers. He needs to go to jail.
Well, that's another whole situation.
It's a mixture of everything that could put him away for a while. It's not just one thing. He's done a bunch of things that make him a fraudist.
Well, listen, the call to himself was very mild. He made sure that it was a mild call, but the one that he made to Marianne was disturbing. That call could have gotten her whole family killed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes me so sick is that he said she was going to kill her kids. Marianne could have gotten killed that night.
Yeah.
Easily gotten killed.
Yep.
And this is some kind of fucking joke to him that he, I replayed a clip from your live that night when he quote unquote confessed, and I was listening to him again. And he said in that live, I swear I didn't call the cops on anybody else, just myself. And the lies never stop from this guy. He needs to be gone from any platform. And I plan on replaying my video that I just made on D Live, rerunning it because he's just going to move to another platform.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Well,
This is his history.
He's already been on Periscope. He has a history there of being called. They called him the cop caller.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's over here. And John just said, wait till you hear. I can only imagine the call that was made to Makeup Mobster. We know what the results were because she said that the caller said that she had a gun in the house, that there was a domestic dispute going on, and that there was a kid. Same thing. Could have gotten her killed.
Yeah, it's very serious. And the really messed up thing is that on this last call where he did it to himself, he wanted them so badly to say my name because he wanted Makeup Mobster and Mary Ann to think it was me.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted them coming at me. He wanted to frame me. It's sick. And that's a big part of my drive. Don't think you're going to get away with this, Oney. You're not.
Yeah, as far as Cab 7, I know that he has some connection to Cab 7. I'm not sure. Cab 7 is from the Bushwhacker community, but people also know him from the boy from the drama community. I mean, he has a lot of different people that know him. Hold on a second. I just think that, I don't know, because I do know someone that talks to him a lot from the drama community. He's very good friends with them. I could find out more information on that, but he's been swatted a couple of times. He's had the police called on him
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times.
And you know what's funny? I was scrolling through my texts with Oney tonight. And I went back to March, and it was right before Marianne's call. He sent me a link to Cab's channel, and he said, this little old man came in my chat and gave me a super chat.
Mhm.
And it was just kind of funny that I've been seeing these videos of Cab getting swatted and to see his, Oney associated with him.
Makeup
So-
Monster, you want a link?
Can
come
I
up here.
address somebody, Diane, real quick?
Sure.
Okay, Truth Bomber said, while I appreciate loyalty, in hindsight, what a shame Jay didn't out him. Hindsight is a wonderful thing. Even if I had outed him back in end of January, beginning of February, do you think anybody would have believed me?
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't
Y'all
know.
didn't even want to believe that he did it after I had his voice on there. I mean, some people were still like, that's not Oney. Oney didn't do it. He said he didn't do it. You guys would have never believed me. He was in his prime at that time. You would have never believed me.
I don't know. I didn't even know back then. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know you were friends with him back then. I didn't even know. That.
Right. No, I'm just asking like the person who said that, like no one would have believed me if I would have came out and said, hey, Oney was the one that called the cops on Mandy. They just, I don't think they would have believed me.
Boy, he steadily denied that to us. We asked him over and over and over again. We tried to get the truth out of him, and he would not admit it.
See what John Crime said? Jay was the #1 hated person in January, all because of him.
Yeah.
And then I got blamed for calling on Leanna and Marianne when I never even had any beef with them.
No.
But he kept telling me, I took so many screenshots of our texts today, and I plan on, sorting through them and putting them in order so I can share them. But he told me a couple times back in like April that everyone was talking about that I was the swatter. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what are you talking about? Because like my granddaughter was born March 21st. I was tied up in all of that. I had a brand new grandbaby. I was staying with my son. I wasn't even involved in any of this drama. And I can't wait to share these screenshots because it shows exactly where I was and exactly where he was at that point in time. And it's interesting to see.
Well, I know a lot of people's names were thrown around. I mean, a lot of people's names were thrown around as to who all the callers were.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people were accused. It's bullshit.
And
It's
it pissed
bullshit.
me off because he sat back and watched me get blamed.
He sure did. He sure
And
did.
he's a Louisiana number. So I'm double pissed at him. He not only set me up, but he demolished me.
Oh, hey, Leanna.
Hey,
Hi, Leanna.
hey, I'm in my sideways picture. God damn it.
We'll turn our heads.
Don't worry
I
about
don't
it.
know what the hell. I'm in my car and my phone's about to die, but I'm just like in shock right now. I cannot. Well, I kind of knew it was him, but here's my question: is like, why would Oney call the cops on Marianne? That's my.
She was fighting with Molly Golightly at the time.
And Barbie.
Right.
And Barbie.
And me.
And you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like on his own. Sorry, my stupid thing's going off. I feel like just on his own, there's no reason, especially for her. Like me, maybe, because he did do a copyright strike on my channel. Him and Marissa both at the same time. She did 2 and he did 1. I almost lost my channel completely because for some reason, though, I don't even know why hers didn't go through. One of hers didn't. And, so there was that. That was in January. And then there was like, I just find it very hard to believe that she's not somehow involved. I find it really hard. Because even with me, I never did anything to this guy. Like, why would he, if he called
Hold
the
on a
cops on
second.
me?
Hold on a second. Marianne is going to go. The only reason I came live now is I wasn't even go. If Marianne wants to come, she can. I don't think she wants to. She's very upset. She's very emotional right now. She gave a premiere. She wants to go live on her own channel and talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah,
live.
she's going live at 11:30. I told her I'd
Live.
call in.
If she wants to come up here, she can. The only
Is
reason
she?
I wanted to go live is because I wanted people who might not listen to her channel, who might not listen to Jay's channel,
Right.
to hear it. It needs to be spread all over. That's what was talked about last night on
100%.
Ryan Girl's channel with the Glara. He was trying to get Gray Hughes involved to at least put the word out to his people. He didn't want, I guess he didn't get it. that it's a community type of thing. It's not about an investigation. I think the reason that he was getting thrown a little bit is because I think that the Galera was trying to get him to do investigative things when it's really not an investigative thing on his part. What it is
Right.
just share it with your community, share it with your people.
I don't think he understood that though. I think he was like, I don't know, last night. But I want to ask Jay a question. Jay, are you gonna do anything in the way of like pressing charges against him for your call, or?
I'm trying. Yes.
Yeah, because that's pretty
Nico
messed up.
Monster, is there any
Yeah.
way that you could, maybe go to? I know that you need a subpoena from an attorney. I know that you need an attorney. Or is there any way that you can get the copies of the calls and then go to wherever you need to go, whether it's the prosecutor, the DA's office?
Oh yeah, a couple of people had reached out to me. Somebody had sent me something that it's like a pretty much like a standard form that I could fill out and try to subpoena call myself from the courts, which I'm going to try to do. And I also have a friend working on it who has some connections. So I'm seeing I'm seeing if I could get it. And even then, the thing is with the attorney and the way New York State is that even if I pay an attorney, I might not get the actual call itself. I might just get a transcript of it. So am I going to go waste all this money on an attorney? You know what I'm saying? And get it for a transcript, which the name's going to be bleeped out or blanked out. The number's going to be blanked out, so it's
Yeah, but
kind of hit or miss.
the attorney would know that. The attorney would know that.
Yeah, exactly. I have a couple of people working on it. If they can't get in touch, or get what I need, then I'm gonna have to, I'll have to hire an attorney myself, which is fine. I have money to do it if I have to.
Can you not do the Freedom of Information Act again?
I
with
did
more
too.
info.
I did too. Won't give calls out. If you look at my community page, I posted the denial letter that I got. New York State is weird. I don't know why they're like this with the 911 calls. They just don't give them out. It's really strange.
What if maybe, I don't know. You know what? I'll email you. I don't want to say too much on a live, but I have an idea
that's
and I'll
fine.
email you.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna hop off here. Diane, thanks for letting me come on though.
No problem. Listen, it's really just about, the only reason I came live is to let people know. And
that's what I did too, just to get her live out there. So I'll see you guys at 11:30.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Bye.
All right. See you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Listen, I can't even imagine all this time that Marianne, and I hate to say this, but I kind of blame her damn police department for saying to her,
yeah, why did it take so goddamn long? Like,
well, here's the thing, because what happened, wait a minute, Belinda Babette is in here? Is Belinda Babette in here? Because if she is, get her out. Hold on.
It's just messed up. I feel really, really sorry for this guy, man. He must have some serious mental issues to be sitting there. Like, he's like crying. Like, that's, dude.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, if you see an account, Belinda Babette, just block them, hide them. All right. Anybody who sees that, they're making the rounds again.
Who the hell's that?
We have a list of people, a list of troll accounts that we're going to be showing the proof of who it is very shortly, guys. Not tonight, but we are.
Oh, that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, Belinda Babette. If you see that person, get them the fuck out or your chat.
Who comes up with these fucking names?
I don't know. But what I was going to say is before about the police. When Marianne went to the police, they told her that they have a cybercrime unit and they're going to, work on it, but they didn't do anything.
Wow.
So the only reason that she got the call, she filled out a form online.
Good. Yeah.
And that's where she got it. They didn't do anything.
That. No, they're useless. They don't see this as a big deal like we do. You know, like my police department didn't give a shit. They were like, whatever, you know, we got tons of these calls like this. So I don't see it as a big deal. But hearing this guy, my husband just listened to it too. And he's like, this guy's sick that he said that they have weapons and the kids. That bothers the shit out of me. That, excuse me, for Diane, I'm just pissed off at this guy. That little girls.
That's right.
This is a single mother sitting at home with 2 little girls, and this piece of shit wants to get her family hurt. No, this guy. I hope now that she has the call police department to press charges against him. He has to pay for this. Like, this isn't. It's not okay what he's doing. He's gonna get somebody hurt. It's not right. He's sick. He's a sick
He has no
individual.
regard for life.
No.
He has no regard for life.
I gave him a chance to come clean with me. I gave him a chance. I emailed him. I'm like, listen, dude, it does not look good for you right now. I went back and I watched the live, and I'm like, I didn't even think of him as being a suspect. My police department, if you listen to the call, it says she. You know, she. So I just totally overlooked him. Looking back now, I was like, you know,
think about it like this. Think about it like this. If you would have heard Marianne's cop call 5 months ago, before any of this stuff happened with him swatting himself, okay, do you think you would have been able to recognize the voice as being his?
No,
probably
because
not.
Marianne heard it and Mandy heard it, and neither one of them. I remember Marianne telling me that. She's like, I don't know, the voice was so weird. It sounded like she didn't know if they had like a disguise, like a voice disguiser on, or what it was. But
so
I mean,
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, well,
he swatted himself. That gave him away right there.
No, either my husband was just calling me. I don't know if Oney did my call, but it's pretty safe to say he probably did. And I mean, it's just, it's sick.
Hold on a second. Why are people, Sandra Doris, who's trying to blame anything on you?
Hold on, my husband keeps calling me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
No doubt about it. He's probably involved with everyone's call. We just need to get the voice clipping.
Well, again, I feel bad that the call, the call to himself was very mild, very mild, and he made sure of that. But the call to Marianne's was disgusting.
Yeah, it was horrible,
and it put her whole family
at risk,
in danger.
Right?
How do you get the recording? They told me I could get. Pam, it depends on what state you live in. In this situation where Jay lives, she was able to get it by just, filling out a form. She got it because her name was used in the call that he made to himself. In the state of Texas, Marianne was also able to get the call. So it depends on your state. Now, Makeup Mobster lives in New York. She needs a subpoena. And you can only get that by getting an attorney. So I don't know. It depends on each state. Every state is different.
Yep. Well, maybe if we bring that, if we bring some evidence to her,
sorry,
it's all right.
They'll change their mind and open up a case on harassment.
I think, well, wait, I'm sorry. My husband called me. I wanted to say, I gave Oney a chance to come clean. I told him that I watched the thing. I'm like, it doesn't look good for you, dude. It really, I'm really thinking it's you. And he came back, and his excuse to me, because he was quiet. If you go back and watch that live, he came back into the live on Laura's channel 2 minutes before the cops showed up at my house, like, or before the dispatch call went out, you know?
Mhm.
So it's pretty obvious that he's like gone for the right amount of time. And you know how hard I studied that thing and I just totally overlooked him. But he told me, I said, why were you so quiet then for 10 minutes? Oh, he tells me he was nervous on Laura's panel that night. Why were you even on Laura's panel that night? That's my question.
Right.
Uh,
You know what I'm
and
saying?
You overlooked him because it was a Louisiana number.
I overlooked him for that. I really thought it was you for like ages. I really did.
Yeah.
And then I didn't, you know, because when I talked to you, that was the other thing. Like you, I talked to Kim, I talked to Natalie, I talked to everybody that was on Laura's panel that night.
Right.
And they all you guys offered me something, some type of proof to say, hey, look, you know, here's my phone records. Mandy gave me proof. Everybody. He's the only one that didn't offer me anything.
No.
So what does that tell you? You know,
Right.
he's guilty. And that pisses me off even more because I gave him a chance to come clean. And I feel he's lying to me.
Yeah.
And to do this to Marianne, it's disgusting. She's a single mother living with 2 girls. No, not cool, man. Not cool.
okay, Sandra.
And,
I don't know why people are blaming Sandra for any of this call. She had nothing to do with them.
Yeah, Sandra Doris, no.
Yeah, why?
Nothing. I never thought she did.
people should stop blaming and know that Oney did it and quit pointing fingers until they know the whole story about everything. That's the problem with this community. They take their shit and they go run with it, and before you know it, everybody will be involved, and it's not true. Like Oney acted, he does his own actions alone. If I had any inclination that he was involved, period, I would have blew him away.
But you weren't close friends with him really at this time, right?
No.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I never really was that close with him. He started calling me a lot after Barbie and Kim wrote him off. You know, he started getting like kind of close with me around Halloween time. And I thought that was kind of weird because he never really called me out of the blue.
right.
So we talked while I was in the hospital, but it wasn't a lot because that's when Marissa and I were fighting. So a lot of people kept their distance from me at that time.
Right.
So it's kind of weird how he just started getting really close.
Because he needs, like, I feel like I don't know, he latches on to people apparently. I mean, it seems like he did the same thing on Periscope with people. He just latches on and he needs somebody to, I guess, you know, vent to or whine to or whatever. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very strange.
Well,
all right, I'm jumping off of here, Diane. I just wanted to, I
Same.
don't know.
I hope that you can, you know, do whatever you can to you know, get the call. I think it's important.
It is.
Yeah.
I really just think before I go, just like, I think Marianne, Jay, there's another person who was recently swatted. I won't get into details, but because they don't want it, you know, out there to get if it is him, and we need to do something together, you know, because this isn't okay that he's doing this. It's just not.
No, it's not. It's not.
Criminal. It's criminal. He's
gonna get somebody
and he needs
hurt.
to be locked up.
Yeah, he does, or he needs something.
And that,
you know,
I mean, listen, that call to, you know, after hearing when the call happened to Marianne, wasn't she live with Brian? I think she was live with Brian when that happened.
Yeah.
And she's a single mother, home with her kids alone.
Right.
And the police show up, and there's a call made by someone that she's suicidal, that she's going to hurt her children. Are you kidding me?
And Oney hated Brian. Hated him.
I thank God that mine happened like a day before hers did, because she would have been like, think of how much more scared she would have been if it just happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were all on edge because my call happened first. And then a couple of days later, her call, or a day later, hers happened. But like, think if like it happened to her first, and she's a single mother. You know, I have my husband and my son. Right. I mean, like, she's a single mother. There's old women That's scary shit. I can't even imagine if her call was first.
And we were all of us were on the panel with you because it was after my live stream. We went over to
Yep.
your live stream, and then and Marianne was there. I was there. Stephanie was there. I think Nikki was there.
Yep.
And then I don't remember if there was anyone else there. But yeah, and then all of a sudden you get, you know, a bang at your
Yep.
door, and they said the caller said that you had a gun, right?
Yep. And was suicidal. Same shit. Same thing.
And you were having
Same
a
exact
domestic
thing.
domestic dispute with your husband, and there was a child there, a small child.
Yep. They said that I had a gun. They didn't know if I had it out, and that my husband and I were fighting, and that I was suicidal. That was the exact thing that they told the cops when they came in and asked me. And they're like, I'm like, suicidal. I'm like, I'm sitting up in my computer room right now, like at my desk talking to my girlfriends online. Oh my God. You know,
And that was pretty late. That was pretty late, wasn't it? Wasn't it like?
yeah, it was about like
morning?
it was 1:30, I think.
Yeah, it was very late because I know
So-
I think we had ladies' night. So
Yeah, we were. Remember, Diane? There was like a fake Diane calling into Laura's live. Remember that?
Oh yes.
So it was almost like they were like, we ended our live, and then it was all like almost like whoever that was wanted us to go back live, or at least wanted us to like come into Laura's live or something, because there was like that. That's why I went live, because there was that fake Diane calling in, and we were all on that Hangouts call, and we're talking while it was happening.
Yep.
So
I forgot about
something
that.
was
Yeah,
planned.
we made a fake Diane's channel account
Yep.
on Zoom.
Yep. And it kept calling in, and they were like, who is this? Why is Diane coming on our panel? So we went live to show that it wasn't you. It's crazy.
Good question. How did Oney get all of everybody's information?
Oney got my information. I'll tell you right now how he got my information, because he got it the same way Marissa got my information. Copyright strike on my channel. Because when somebody copyright strikes you, and I made a video about this, I should probably share it in my community post again. When somebody copyright strikes you, which just between like, I don't think that Marissa would have known how to do that. I think he told her how to do it, because she doesn't seem too computer savvy to me, or maybe she just plays it off like she is. Sorry, science girl, I'm just saying how I feel.
He does look people up though.
But you get I basically handed them my information on a silver platter, because when you fight a copyright strike, you have to fill in, and it goes to that person. I didn't know that when I did it, because I was
That's
just
why
like
a lot of
angry.
people don't like doing that.
Don't
Yeah.
fight. That's why it's not worth fighting copyright strikes. It's not. Especially if it's somebody that you're not friends with, that's how they got my phone number and all my information. Marianne's information was out there because Marianne had her name on here. It was pretty much, and
who doxed her, Ash? How did her information
Me?
get put in the chat?
Who, Marianne?
Yeah.
Marianne's information, well, Marianne had her name on here, and they probably either went on my friends list on Facebook, or somebody found her on Facebook. And then once you have somebody's first name and last name, I mean, it's so easy to find their information,
Well,
So she had, her name was Marianne T on here. So it was pretty, they knew that much. So all they had to do was look on Facebook, and she was in some of the Chris Watts groups and stuff. So I'm sure she was pretty easy to find at the time.
yeah. Well, if that's a problem. If you connect your name to other social media like Facebook and stuff like that, and you use your real name, that's how people are going to find out what your real name is. Or if you come on like an idiot like me, and I just signed in when it said, I put my name in, and that's how my name got,
He's got access to this membership thing, and he looks up people's information through it.
Oh, he pays for it?
Have it. Yeah, Holocron channels have that. And they look up information, and he looked up my information. He looked up Barbie's information. He looked up Kim and her husband's information. He looked up.
Alicia, if I was you, I'd be really fucking pissed. I don't know about Mary Ann's phone call, but I know mine. They said Louisiana, which like immediately, made me think it was you.
Yeah.
I was like, as soon as the cop said that, I was like, oh, I know who it is. Because like, I mean, what would you think if somebody said, oh, it came from Long Island? You'd be like, all right, Leanna.
And then Louisiana was also Mary Ann's, I believe she told me.
Right. And you just called me. Like we had just had that conversation, like not, maybe 2 weeks prior to that. So
and it was pleasant. It was a pleasant conversation towards the end.
At first it wasn't. Yeah, at the end it was fine. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I would be pissed if I was you too, because it made you look guilty, and you had to go through all this shit for nothing. And he sat there and knew that.
Yeah.
Like
it was the weekend after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the weekend after. And I was just like, oh my God, and he just sat there and watched me, get blamed by every fucking body.
Yep.
So I was very new, John. Yeah, you are right. Very new. And I was not liked at first by that crew. Marissa opened her arms to me, but nobody else did, not even Barbie.
Ash, what fake text messages? I forgot.
Oh, the ones that were sent to Marianne and Nikki, the ones that said that were like basically supposed to be between Potty Mouth Mama. Whoever made those, it was a conversation that was made to look like it was between Potty Mouth Mama and Science Girl. And they were talking about, Laura basically being the one, like they set Laura up to look like it was her. Laura and Marissa.
Do you think Oney sent that to him?
I don't know.
Yeah. Does anyone know? I don't remember. I remember the whole fake text thing, but I don't remember if it had any name attached to it. Right?
It did. It had all the names in it. They were
no, but I mean
out.
where it came from.
It was sent from a bullshit email. It was sent from some fake email address.
Well, Oney spoofed Laura's address to me one time. So if he spoofed a phone call or a text, he definitely spoofed an email. Because
What do you mean?
He spoofed on my phone. I got a text from an unknown number that gave me all of Laura's information. And I sent it to Laura. And it turned out to be Oney.
How'd you guys figure out that it was him?
Because Kim told me. I'm sure I'm going to get bitched out for this, but Kim told me.
Why was he like looking up Laura's information?
I don't know. But he knew where Laura lived at. And Barbie was on the Zoom meeting when we were talking. When it happened, it was in the middle of a Zoom meeting. Barbie, Oney, myself, me, Kim, we're all on it. And I got spooked with her information. And I'm like, look, Laura, they gave me this. Is this you? I sent it right to her because I'm not going to let someone spoof somebody's information and I'm not going to let the other person know.
Yeah, right.
So I was like, look, here you go. Is this where you live at?
Why is he like terrorizing women online? Like, is there something that happened in his life to him that he's like so angry about like at women?
That could be true, Lady Beekeeper. He could have been getting off on watching the calls, making the calls, and then watching the
yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely was. That's why I like. We went off your lives. They tried to get us, whoever it was, tried to get us back on a live that night.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. Marianne's call. I remember she was live with Brian, and I wasn't in her chat. I was.
I wasn't there either at the time it happened.
Honey Boo Boo. Yeah, he's him trying to set Mandy up, but I don't know. I think he was trying to set me up because I know Mandy had a Google Louisiana number, but she shut hers down way before all of this happened.
I never thought it was Mandy. I never thought it was her.
Yeah.
As crazy as Mandy could be sometimes, I don't think she's like, I don't know. I don't think she would hurt, especially since it's been done to her. I don't think she would do it back to somebody, but
the focus was put on her. You see, that's what happened.
The blame was immediately put on her.
Yes.
Immediately by Marissa, she messaged me the next day. She's like, oh, we all agree it was Mandy. All us creators. I'm like, who? Who is us creators? I don't know who that is. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. It's very weird, the whole thing.
Wait,
It's a weird
Honey
thing to
Boo
do to
Boo,
somebody.
you used Mandy's name, Science Girl? True.
I didn't know that.
Oh, for Marianne's call. That's right. That's right. That's
I
right.
didn't know that.
That's right. They used Mandy's name, but they spelled her last name wrong.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And that's why Mandy was involved. That's right. That's right. Mandy should be on this too then. Honestly. The same way he did to Jay. And then somebody else the cops are called recently, and I don't know if there was a name used, but that person needs to think he was trying to set somebody else up. So, or he was in cahoots with somebody else.
And then to take a fake text message just confused the shit out of
Wherever
everybody.
Devo, we all know who did it. We all
Right.
know who did it.
Right.
That's where we are.
This is crazy. I'm just
Yeah.
annoyed because if I gave you a chance to be honest, and if I have to go spend money on an attorney to get this call to prove it to you that it's you, you better believe I'm going to be fucking right into the district attorney next. So it's like either come clean and just tell me and I'll leave it be.
Shannon, what's an somebody from the drama community? The Shannon 681 said, "What's an Oney? What's an Oney?
Yeah, what is an Oney?
Oney's a man who has been caught calling the police on himself to be swatted because he wanted the police to take him more seriously. So he called up the police on himself. He used his best friend of 8 years' name to make that call, and then there's been 2 other women that have had the police called on them. One that's up on panel now, Makeup Mobster, and another person, Marianne, who also just got her call, and the calls match up. The voices match up. He put on a real fake Southern accent, tried to sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a man trying to, make his voice sound like a woman, and he's been caught. 2 calls so far.
If Mandy gets her call back and it happens to be his voice, then automatically I'm going to assume he did it to MM. There's just no denying it. He's done it to, that'll be 3 people.
Crazy.
You can't assume that he just skipped over Liana and went straight to Marianne and Mandy. And no, I think if he did Mandy and it could be proven with his voice on that call, then there's no doubt he did it to Liana. No doubt. And he probably is behind calling the police or whatever, CPS on Laura. Just like I said, I was the first one to say it. I think it was him. Bam. Because Marissa was having issues with Laura. Yeah.
The CPS call?
Yes. Yes. Yep. I just think I really do think it's him.
Yeah, I would have to go with, yeah. I mean, who said it? One smart cookie. I don't know if she's in the chat. But she did say it. What was she on Jay's Live? That he did call CPS on somebody on Periscope. So, I mean, this is not out of his realm of things to do.
And John just said other people are saying it too. So that people said it before me. So I'm not the only one that thought that, that he was behind this. All of it. So I'm not a shitty person, Oney. Everybody thinks that you're behind these things. And I know he's fucking listening.
Well, he wouldn't admit, even though it was in the police dispatch call, that
about that
Jen's name. He
said,
and the other name, what was the other name? Justin something.
Justin Giles.
Yeah, whoever that is. So
his dead cousin.
Jesus. How vile can you be?
Again, I don't know.
He has no soul.
No, he clearly doesn't, because he doesn't. I call bull on him saying, "Take me," trying to make it look like it was Jay. That was the cop caller. Because if everybody would have believed that, then we would have said, "Oh, it's Jay. She must have been the one that called." They were out to get Jay for a while. When he called me up and I talked on the phone with Ems, him and Marissa, they were out. They were doing something, planning something for Jay. I mean, that didn't work. So then they went to something else. He went to something else. I don't want to, put her name in there, but I mean, she is the one who got in touch with Ems and was like, "Oh, Oney needs to come clean about something." I mean, I really thought it was going to be the cop call. I was like, "That's what." No, he spent an entire almost hour talking about Jay and telling us all this that supposedly she didn't think I. So, he was out to get her.
Right.
I believe that. For whatever reason, I don't know what happened. He told two different stories as to why they fell out. So I don't know. To me, he said it was because of the fake cans call, and then he told Ems that Jay fought his mom or some shit. I don't even know. Or like punched his mom, some crazy shit. I was like, that sounds a little crazy. I don't think, like, Jay looks like a tough bitch to me, but do I think she'd fight somebody's mom? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think she's that crazy. Like, no. I don't think she'd hit Oney's mom. I think she'd walk away. But
Right. Well, time will tell.
That's right.
I don't know.
The number came back to Justin Giles, and Justin Giles turned out to be someone.
But I was like, that sounds very weird. Yeah.
Well, I gotta cook dinner, so I gotta get off of here. But I'm gonna be on Marianne's panel tonight, so I'll see y'all later.
Related to him,
Marianne,
a dead cousin or something.
Marianne is going to talk about why what the police told her, because
I gotta get
for months
off of here too.
For months, the police just kept telling her it was an open case until she actually sent in the form. So she'll have more information on what the police there will be able to do on her channel. Hopefully, because they do have a cybercrime unit, and I don't even think that's cybercrime. I don't even know.
What, though, Diane, this is like
considered
federal. Because once something crosses state lines, it becomes a federal issue.
Yeah.
Like her state police can only do so much, but he's in a different state. I mean, he's in Michigan, and she's in Texas. It's federal. Like, because I don't know what the laws are. We all should, start looking into this more and seeing what the laws are in our case for, in our state courting, because it should be a federal crime with a serious punishment, because they're putting people's lives in danger. What if I had it that night? That guy, the cop, opened my front door. He opened my front door, not just like the storm door, like the screen door. He opened like my door, and like I heard it, and you guys could hear it on my live that night. I'm like screaming for my husband because I hear somebody opening the door. Like, what if I had a gun and I just shot him? I mean, they're putting everybody's lives in danger by doing this shit. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, and everything can go wrong when they're calling up and saying things like,
that
there's
they're armed.
She's suicidal, and she's got a gun, and she's got small children, and she's going to kill herself. Then you're going to have a problem. That's not like a welfare check. See, he did a welfare check on himself. Yeah. Right. Did a welfare check on himself, said, I heard a little bit argument. I'm afraid they're going to hurt the dogs because he has dogs. He doesn't have children. So when he came to his house, they were very, very gentle. It wasn't the same thing as.
No, at my house, they were pissed.
Right.
Yeah. When they came to my house, like the cop was very aggressive when I first came outside. And it was labeled on the police report a disturbance call, not a welfare check, a disturbance call, and that means that like there was shit going on. So, you're putting people in danger, and he doesn't even give a shit. He doesn't care. He has no conscience, this guy. None.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't even get it. I don't even get it.
I don't either. I would never do this to somebody. Wouldn't even do it to him. Like, I wouldn't do anything to try to hurt somebody, to hurt him. I hope he gets himself help or whatever. Just stop doing this shit, Oney. You're putting people's lives in danger. It's not cool, man.
I
It's
don't.
not.
I mean, Cinderella. I mean, I don't know if he intentionally wanted someone to get killed, but I just don't think that he was thinking clearly by the things that he was saying that he could have gotten someone killed. Every state and every police department handles things differently. Some might just
Right.
down your door. We saw Tammy, a person from, I don't even know what community she's from, but she got swatted. The police came to her house. They were, I don't know, I think there was a helicopter there. I'm not even sure.
Jesus.
But they
Jesus.
they were not happy. They told her to sit down. Her son was sleeping in his room. They went to the room. I mean, they were pissed. They were pissed. You can hear it in their voice. They were pissed.
Oh yeah, Diane. There was about 5 cop cars out in front of my house. Like, this wasn't a joke. They came with 5 cop cars. There was about 10 officers because there's 2 in each car. There was an SUV. There was at least 4 or 5 cars out there because there was an SUV and then there was like either 2 or 3 cars, and they were parked on both sides of the street. And then up at my door there was 2 officers, and then there was 2 standing in the street that I saw. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I thought they were looking for like a suspect or something. That was my first thought. Like, I didn't even make the connection to YouTube, you know? So, I mean, it's just scary.
It is. It
He
is.
needs
It's
help.
horrible. It's horrible.
All right,
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
jump off, Diane, because I'm
All
in a
right. Yeah,
bad
I'm gonna
area
get off
and my
here
phone's
too.
gonna die.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
get off here too. Thank you for coming up and keep us up to
Yeah,
date.
no, thank you. I
All right.
will.
All right. Take
I'm
care.
working on it. Bye.
All right. Take care. Yeah, Shannon. Uh, they said when he called, he said that there was a suicidal woman with a gun who has 2 small children. She's going to kill herself. Yeah, that's what he said. And none of that was true. Just did it for the hell of it. Did it more than he did it twice that we know of for sure. And it might have happened with Makeup Mobster as well. So I guess we'll find out. But the call that he made to himself, he put on an accent, the same accent that sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire. He called and said that he heard a little domestic abuse. He was afraid that the dogs might get hurt, blah, blah, blah. And he said that he did it because he wanted the police to take him seriously because he had people threatening him. He had people harassing him, bullying him, and he was very afraid that he was going to be swatted. So he figured if he called the police on himself and they showed up, that the police in the future, if anything had happened, they would take him more seriously. And he used his friend's name as the caller of 8 years. So, yeah. So Marianne is going to be talking about it. I just wanted to come live because I wanted people in the drama community as well to know what's going on. Everybody needs to know. All communities, whether it's a true crime community, whether it's a drama community, whether it's a bushwhacker community, whether it's boy, whoever it is, they need to know and they need to try to, handle things and find out who it is if they can. Look what's happening now. Jay was able to get that call because her name was used. So she was able to expose Oney as the caller on himself. So now we've got Marianne's call. So everybody needs to know about this. This is not, I don't even know what to say about Oney. I don't even know what to say. He came on my panel and admitted that he made the call to himself, but he still denied that he used his friend's name, even though we heard the dispatch call. And the fact that people think that they have to call, here's what's really sad. People are on YouTube are calling their police departments, right? Their local police departments or whatever, to say, I'm just alerting you, I'm on YouTube. If any calls come in that I am doing anything, or someone calls in and says that I'm, I've got a gun and I'm threatening to shoot someone, or I'm threatening to kill someone, they're doing that. Yeah, you can go to your police department and just put a flag. You can, but isn't it sad that people have to do that when they're on YouTube? Just put a flag because someone just might decide to call on you. So hopefully Marianne will be able to shed more light tonight. Does anyone know what time she's going live? I know that her channel link has been dropped in here numerous times tonight. I don't know what time she's going live. I know she's got to get her kids to bed. But she'll be able to shed more light on what her police department. Thank you. Next, do you know what time she's going live? Oh, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, if you want to hear more about what happened and what the police are going to be able to do about it, or what they told her, her links in the chat. It's going live at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and hopefully something's going to happen. I hope they can do something. I don't know the law. I don't understand the law. I know that each law is different in each state, but it does seem kind of federal to me because it crossed over state lines. I don't know if the FBI needs to get involved. I don't know. I'm not an attorney. I don't work for law enforcement. So I really don't know. But I am glad that Marianne was able to get that information. She needed it. All right. So everybody have a good night. I wasn't going to come live tonight, but we will be live Friday night. Yeah, someone is going to get killed. And, it's really sad. Yeah, I agree. It would be federal at this point, Truth Seeker. But we'll be live Friday night for Ladies' Night. And by the way, I did get the mystery box. I got a notice that it's shipped, the Jeffree Star mystery box. So we'll probably do the drawing on Friday night, and then get your entries in for the talent contest by the 17th. I put it on my community page and on Twitter, and that's it. Everybody be well, and go over to Marianne's tonight at 11:30 on her channel and get the rest of the information. And I'll see you guys. Have a good night. I'm not feeling too well tonight, so I'm going to just lay low. All right, everyone. See you soon.